Hi everyone, welcome back once again to this FlutterGetX tutorial series, and in this video we will be talking about Flutter app localization. In this video, with the help of GetX package, we will see how to change app language from one language to another language. Here I'll use English and Hindi. So without wasting any time, let's jump into the code right after this intro. So this was our project. We will be continuing where we ended our last video. So for app localization, let's come here in main.dart, and inside this get material app, it has one property local. And if you will see the definition of this function, creates a new local object. The first argument is the primary language subtag, and the second one is the region, which refers to country. So let's suppose we need to provide here two arguments, first for language code and second one for country code. As an example, I'm passing here EN for English and country code would be US. Now we will have to create one Dart file where we will declare our all languages. Let's close these screens. And it will extend translations. You need to choose this one. Make sure internationalization.dart. It has one override function which we need to implement. It is of map and it is key value pair. So string is our key and value, it is actually map of string. Why? Because as a value we will be using two string, one for language code and one for country code. That's why. Now let's remove this one, and instead of this let's add curly braces here. Now inside this let's add our data for our first language. For English I'm adding, so EN is language code and US is our country code, and this is the key which is this string, and after colon curly braces, and this is our map, and inside this as a message your hobby. Let's change this message to question because it is sounding like question. It is good to use naming convention things, that is why I'm using it. And as answer let's add here semicolon, and here this is our first language which is English, and this is the map, this one, and this string is this one. Now with the help of Google Translator I will add my language as Hindi with the same question and answer. Let's copy this. For Hindi language code is HI, and for India IN. This cannot be changed because it is keyword. So here are the two languages that I have added. Now let's go to home screen and remove these things. Remove this color also. Let's take it in center. Also, we'll use here two button just for changing language from English to Hindi or Hindi to English. Let's remove this container because it is not required. And below this center, I'm taking one row, and inside that I'll use two buttons. Let's make this cross axis alignment to center so that our text and button will be in the center. We need to add here main axis alignment, center also. Now let's use our value, but before that we need to add here one more parameters, because whatever things we have declared here we need to call it in our main function. So it has got one property, translations. As parameter of this translations we will pass this class languages. Now we will use here our text. So first of all I'm using English, so this question dot tr means translation. Let's copy and paste one more time for answer. And if we will run our application now, the language which it will show, it will in English, because here in main function we are initializing it with English language. So now let's run our application. Let's increase the size. That is visible, but here this translation is not working. So on tab functionalities of these two buttons we will implement our code. So here the role of GetX comes into play. So here inside this English button we'll use get from the GetX package dot update local, and as a local we will pass here language code and country code. For English I'm passing here EN for English and US for country code. Let's copy this, and for Hindi it is HI and IN. Let's run this actually. So as you can see it is working fine. It is converting it in Hindi on press of this Hindi button, and as soon as I am clicking on English it is converting from Hindi to English. So like this you can add so many languages. And let's suppose there will be one question rising in your mind, said like if I'm converting this app language in Hindi, then if I'm running the application from the beginning, or let's suppose if after changing the language if I am closing the application, then again if we will run the application it will show English language. Let's run this. It is showing English language. So to handle this, what we will do, we will use shared preference, and we need to save map of string in shared preference, and at the time of this main function here we need to call here, and same we will pass here. I hope that you are understanding. So here for English we will save that map inside our shared preference, and for Hindi also, or for any other language also, we need to save this code in our shared preference, and the same shared preference we will call here in our main function, and the same will pass here inside our local. So it will run with that particular code which is saved in the shared preference and will show the respective language. So I hope that you must have learned something new. If you do, then please like this video and share it with your friends. That's it. Hope to see you next time in the next video. Bye for now.